But there you go. There you have it. Either way, welcome. How the heck are you guys? Just strong, and then I remembered this guy was streaming. Let's go. Well, just gonna do an hour here on YouTube, and then we're gonna swap over to Twitch. I'm gonna end the stream. We're gonna pop over to Twitch, where we'll do some reactions. We'll do some reaction streaming. I have a list of like 13 videos, I believe, lined up, ready to go for filming. So that should be a good time. And that's why I'm splitting it amongst 2 days, because I thought, you know what? Why not? Why not split it up? I don't have Twitch. It's very easy to make a Twitch account. Pretty much all you need is an email, and you're in. So you can join us over there. Also, you can just watch as a guest. You don't even need to make an account. You can just go on twitch.tv, search up my name, A Lovely Penguin, and then bada boom, bada bing, you're there. It's just, I don't think you can chat if you are just watching like that. So. But yeah, you can make them for free too. Not ready for the heat. Oh boy, how hot is it by you guys? we're having a bit of rain right now, so it's actually on the chilly side here. And by chilly, I mean it's like in the 60s or something. Yeah, it's like 61 right now. Says my computer. Is that right? Let me see. 60 degrees. Yeah, but from what I've seen from the Weather Channel, it says it's gonna be raining for the next like 3 days, which is a bummer. Raining for me. Nice. But yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a chilly-ish one. But it doesn't really matter to me. I'm basically working most of the time anyway, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine for me. I will say though, they keep the arena. I work at Medieval Times, for those of you who don't know. I work at Medieval Times in New Jersey, and they keep it a brisk 70 degrees inside that building. So as I'm rushing to get food out and drinks out and all that kind of stuff, I am sweating. 80, not too bad usually, but I'm not used to it yet again. It's so uncomfortable. Ay. I got a new dog. She's all over the place. Ooh, nice, dude. I love dogs. Like we got a dog here about a month ago. Her name is Nessie. She's a Great Pyrenees, and I believe she's a mix though. I don't think she's fully Great Pyrenees. Like I think she might be like mixed with like a lab or something. Because she's only 8 months old, but she's already the size of like a medium-sized dog. And I don't know, she might grow a little bit more, but I don't think she's gonna get as big as like a normal Great Pyrenees would, because of the mixture, if you would. So, but yeah, she's a menace. She's so cute and so sweet. And then when she like you're not looking, she will take stuff and just rip it to shreds. And then if you let your eye off her while she's in the backyard, she starts digging holes and gets covered in dirt and mud. It's like, ugh. Bit of a nightmare. Plus, she's a big white dog, so it's like very clear that she's covered in dirt. You know? But she's sweet, and I love her. So, there you go. But, yeah. Yeah. Got mine from a rescue shelter. Very nice. Yeah, my mom got it from a rescue in, I think it was in Connecticut. It might have been Massachusetts. I don't remember. It was outside of New York. I do know that. But my mom wasn't even planning on getting a dog. because we just lost our other dog like 3-ish months ago. So, or no, 4 months ago. And yeah, my mom followed a couple of rescues on Instagram and whatnot, and just because she liked looking at puppies and all that. And these two beautiful little dogs are they got my mom interested. Yeah, what up, Kardashian? I am okay. I am very tired. I won't lie. But I didn't share yet what the good and bad news is. Unfortunately, it's more on the bad side, which kind of sucks. But I've already started to try to make plans and adjust accordingly. So I'll let you guys know that in just a minute. Figure we wait to see if anybody else wants to trickle into the stream before doing it. Just so I don't have to keep telling it over and over again. My almost year-old kitten likes to grab ankles and hop in the shower with me. Then wonder why it's wet. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Little kittens are very funny. I'll give them that. I'll give them that. No, not too bad. Also, Vanessa, I've been watching out for the package. I have not seen it yet, so. Also, I'm like so worried too because it's raining, and I'm like, oh fuck, like please don't come when it's downpouring. I'm like, oh, don't destroy whatever it is. I don't even know what I'm getting, to be honest. But still, trying to be on top of it. I will say I got to work early tomorrow, so I mean I'll be home by like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So hopefully I'll be able to see it by then. Fucking hell, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, guys. I just don't feel like having to explain it over and over again. Ah, fuck it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just share the bad news. So, I feel like a lot of you guys could probably guess. I feel like you could probably guess what's about to fucking come out of my mouth right now. But yeah, so they don't scare the damn social worker, for fuck's sake. Yeah, so it's looking like I go to death in this. So it's looking like I'm not going to be going to Korea for a year to teach. So there's that. Or maybe Friday. Sweet. What up, Andrea? But yeah, it's looking like I'm not gonna be able to do that. They have some very, very restrictive requirements for going to do it. And to be honest with you, I don't know how you could possibly do it without having already been a teacher. A big part of the application process is getting 2 valid recommendations for you to go. And it needs to be very specific people who can do that. It needs to be either teachers of yours who taught you how to teach, which I never went to school for how to teach. Or it could be a supervisor or two who oversaw you while you were teaching. Now, I had a job where I was technically teaching when I was doing youth ministry. I was teaching in those regards, so I could use that as a job. However, the my boss, my supervisor from that job, was publicly disgraced and is no longer with that organization. So I can't get a recommendation from him. They said possibly you could get one from your college professors. I went to college 10 years ago, and I've been in touch, or I've been trying to be in touch with the school that I went to. the majority of the professors that I did have as teachers are either retired or no longer work there. And especially the ones that I was actually close with who definitely would write me a recommendation, they are retired and no longer work there. So I have no way of getting proper recommendations for what they are looking for. No, they're going to be very thorough about it. They want the letters written on actual letterhead from a school or organization. Um, they will also get in touch with said organization and such. They are very, very thorough about it. So that's why, no, I can't fake it. Believe me, you're not the only one to have recommended that. Um, so that all sucks. I've emailed them back asking about what I could do, saying, hey, this is my situation. It's a bit of a unique one. And, I can't seem to get the recommendations that you guys need. And, like, I don't understand how anybody who wasn't prior a teacher before this could possibly become involved in the program. So that was like on Monday. And it is now Wednesday, and I've not heard back from them, which sucks. Yeah, Kartasha, that is that's for social work though. That's not for teaching. So, in all this chaos, I have been thinking to myself, how do we adjust? How do we fix this? How do we do this in a way where I still have a chance to follow those dreams? So I've spent some time looking up different things, looking up numbers and making calculations and whatnot. And I am now, I will say this, I don't have an exact plan on when this will happen. But what I will be doing is I'm going to save up some money, and I am going to go and live in Korea for 1 month. Now, it's not going to be cheap. Not going to be cheap. But in that 1 month, I'm going to be far more focused on filming, a lot less focused on editing, and just trying to get as much content filmed as I can in that 1 month time. I've calculated it out, and on like a lower budget, like $6,000 is probably what I'm going to shoot for. And we're going to just see if I can swing it and do that. I do have a job again, so I am saving up money. I've already started. Unfortunately, I do have to pay. I got to pay some people back because I have to borrow some money with all the chaos of leaving California and whatnot and not having a job for 8 months. But once I pay them back, I will start saving up, and then we'll see what happens. But on here, there are a bunch of YouTube channels for learning foreign languages and create courses to make. I'm just trying my best to learn the language itself. I wouldn't be able to do that. I mean, unless you're talking about literally teaching an English course like online, which honestly, I will say too, like, God bless anybody who's learning English. Like, out of the training course that I had to do, like, I genuinely believe it would be a lot easier for me to learn Korean than it would be for a Korean to learn English. It's crazy. So yeah, so then the new plan is while I'm working here and while I'm saving up money, the new thing that I'm going to try to do is while I'm here in New York, I'm gonna try to film some travel style videos of just different places. I gotta like do some research and find some cool things that I can go and do and whatever. I'm gonna try to film a few different things here, see if we can start to get the ball rolling in terms of travel contents kind of stuff. And then if that stuff does pick up, that inherently will just start making me money anyway, and then I can use that to then travel, and then bada boom, bada bing, we can make some more and more and more. And yeah, so who knows? And that is the new course of action here. Makes you feel any better. I've heard horror stories teaching broad programs. I've pretty much only heard like positive things about them, which is a bummer. I mean, you can still do a ton of stuff for a month. Consider capsule hotels. Yes, I have. Very cheap and very nice quality. I have. Also, at the same time, too, there are long-term hotels where you could go for a month and it basically costs you like $1,000 for the month. So it's like I would have like a full room, and it's like I think it comes out to being like $30 or $40 a night or something like that. I forgot what the math is on it. But like, and I wasn't even looking for like the cheapest of cheap places either, you know? So I was like, okay, this is definitely, there's possibilities. There's room for flexibility there. So with that all being said, it's a setback, it's a letdown, but I don't know. We're still going to just try it and see what happens. You know? Just going to try our best and see. So when I do start making the travel style videos, if you guys could share it on social medias and stuff like that, that would be super cool, because that content will make money. Plus, I do want to start to get known for it as well. I mean, I still do plan on doing reaction videos on top of them, but it would be very cool to be able to do the travel stuff too. So that's the new plan. So good news, kind of, but mainly not great news. Mainly not great. There are a few channels for English too, and they come up in my shorts feed among Japanese, Korean. Actually, I do follow quite a few different Korean ones, and I won't lie too. Ever since I started up this job, I basically fully stopped trying to learn Korean. I've been so tired and just like whatever. So I'm like I've been falling behind on my apps and all that kind of stuff, but I was actually getting along pretty well. Honestly, Lovely Laughs has just basically just turned into me doing reaction streams. If like it sucks because it's like I would love to do them on the regular and like get back into the Discord and like go all the months back that we're behind on the Lovely Laughs tab on Discord and whatnot. But like right now, unfortunately, I have to be so hyper focused on making money that like I don't make anything doing Lovely Laugh streams. You know, every video in there is pretty much copyrighted, so like I'm not gonna make anything on views. And then honestly, like, I mean, this also falls more on me, but like when we do it, like there's not that many incentives to like be a member of my channel. There's not many incentives to like, you know, if I'm doing it on Twitch to like sub to the Twitch channel. So I don't know. Other big streamers, they seem to get tips and shit all the time. I don't, for like just basically existing, but I don't. I don't, unfortunately. I mean, I've definitely had them in the past where they just come, which is awesome, but you know, it is what it is. So Lovely Laughs will definitely be kind of on the back lot for a bit. Mainly going to just be the reaction streams that we will be doing here. Like I said, I do have like a bunch of videos lined up, and that's why I was like, let's split this over 2 days, because I think I have like 13 videos that I've lined up. And honestly, I feel like I am missing some, and I just can't think of which ones else I had in my mind that I wanted to watch. So It is what it is. English is considered a very hard language to learn. Doesn't even make a ton of sense to native speakers. So yeah, I don't envy anyone trying to. That's the other thing too, is it's constantly changing. It's such a crazy language, English. It's nuts. And then there's different slang in different parts of the country, so it's like something you say here could mean something else somewhere else. It's like very confusing. And then don't even get me started on like English, like freaking actual people from England English, because theirs is just like nonsense. It sounds like they just make up words. Well, I appreciate it. We laugh at your reactions anyway. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, it's all good. It's all good, Andrian. I have 2 of those videos up ready to go for Fly-In. So we'll give them a try. See what happens. Distracting me. Yeah, you could try. Amy, what up? What up? Nola, what's going on? Welcome. Welcome. I'm getting back to learning Japanese through Duolingo. I'm almost back to where I left off before. Hell yeah, good for you. That's sick. I will say I've been using this one app. I've been using this one app. It's called Tuita. I think they have a Japanese section in it as well. Let me see. It's honestly, I really like it. Yeah, they do have Japanese if you want. Whose ass do I need to kick? Well, Amy and Nola, I'll just give you a brief rundown of what I just told everybody else. Essentially, I don't have the recommendations that I need, and I don't really have access to people who could write me the recommendations based on the very, very strict criteria that the Korean teaching abroad program has. So it's looking like I will not be teaching abroad for a year in Korea. I just don't really see a different way around it. I've emailed them back. They haven't responded, which sucks. So the good news is that, you know, I do have a job now, and I'm going to try to save up a bunch of money, and I'm going to go and try to live in Korea for 1 month on said money. And I'm going to film as much content as I can while I'm out there, and make a lot of travel videos. I'm also going to start making travel videos here in New York first. Kind of prep myself, kind of figuring out how I want to edit them, how I want them filmed, and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to use my actual camera too, rather than just my iPhone, so it'll be like a different quality. Although, can't really see it. There you go. My Sony camera. And yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best to make that my money maker, if you would, my job. My new job, if you would. So I've already requested with everybody else, but when I do start making those travel videos, if you guys would jump on the bandwagon of liking and sharing them with everybody, like span them out there into the world of all the other things. So yeah, who knows? No, Nolo, it's my issue is it's not necessarily that like my application is bad, it's the recommendations. Like they have very strict guidelines for what they want for a recommendation, and the only people that I could get one of those recommendations from are my old college professors, who the ones that actually liked me and I liked them are retired, so they're no longer feasible. And then my old boss at the job where I did some teaching was publicly disgraced and no longer works at the organization that I worked at. So I have nobody who could possibly write me those recommendations currently. And I don't see them just popping out of nowhere. So it's kind of like a hard stop to that as a possibility, unfortunately. But yeah, so it's gonna be an interesting one. I'm gonna try my best to make some some cool content and stuff. Like I said, I'm really flipping things right now and trying some new stuff. And yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be interesting. I also might even change my hairstyle up. I might go down to shorter hair again. I mean, that really doesn't have anything to do with the channel or anything, but kind of messes up my logo because, you know, I have longer hair in the logo, but I don't really look that much like the logo right now anyway. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I will say it's hard right now to be like super excited for it. But yeah, could also try substituting. I don't think I can, actually. I don't think I can with the certification that I have. I don't think it's enough for what New York State requires for teachers. So I'd have to actually go back to school and, like, you know, start getting like a teaching license or whatever degree. Because also I live in New York where the rules are also fucking crazy for no reason. So I'm more looking into getting a week job, like a weekday job, and then possibly working Medieval Times over the weekend so that I have absolutely fucking no life for a while. So that would be pretty cool. And I'm not sure, to be honest, about the TA stuff. I really don't know. Either way, the teaching abroad was honestly, it was just a vehicle to get me to Korea. That was kind of my rationale behind why I wanted to go anyway. And yeah, so life is controlled by animals. Sure does count. Definitely does. But yeah. So, I mean, as you can see, I'm not exactly excited about everything. I'm pretty bummed, especially because I did put down money into this whole thing, and I also put a lot of time into it. And that fucking sucks that I did and all that, you know? Um, no, I'm not Ubering anymore. My car broke down in Los Angeles, and renting a car through Uber, you're basically just leveling out the rental. Like, you barely make money if you're renting the car. So not gonna do that again. So I work at Medieval Times in New Jersey currently. I mean, I work part-time there. I work like 20 to like 30 hours a week depending on when they schedule me. I've only been doing it for like 2 weeks now, and it's cool. It's cool. It's a very physically demanding job. I like the people I work with. It's tough. It's a tough job, but you get tips, you know. The sometimes you get good days, sometimes you get bad days. So far I've only had bad days in terms of tips. This past Saturday I worked 3 shows, which is a full day of working, and I made less tips than Sunday when I worked 2 shows. So that was fun. And yeah, you just never know. You never know what crowd you're gonna get. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. But yeah, I will say Apple reached out to me again, or not again, but they reached out to me to be like, hey, like, we might be looking to hire you again, so double check your questionnaire and see if we can get your hours in. See if maybe we'll look into hiring you, which would be cool because then I could work Monday through Friday at Apple, and then work the Saturday Sunday shows at Medieval Times, which I'd be making some pretty good money there. And then I was also talking to a guy who works at Medieval Times over the weekend, and he was saying he works for FedEx during the week as a driver, and he's like, it actually pays pretty well, and he's like, it's not that hard. And I did apply for them out like months ago, but I never heard back from them, so I might try reapplying again for them as well. Seven house cat, a pit bull, golden retriever, 2 years, and a Dalmatian. Jesus Christ, dude, you really do live in a zoo. Andre, and the hard part is, I mean, it took 8 months to get a job, essentially, you know, and I only got the job at Medieval Times because my older brother was working there, and he's leaving, so he basically was like, if you hire him on, it'll be kind of like replacing me. So that's quite literally how I got the job. Um, I mean, I've put out hundreds of applications, hundreds of resumes, um, definitely over 500 at this point, to all sorts of companies, all sorts of jobs. And I got interviewed for 4 jobs, and I only got offered Medieval Times. So that's where I'm at currently. It's not the greatest place. I wish I was in a better spot in every regards. I wish I was still in Los Angeles doing art department stuff. But you know, sometimes you just gotta fucking take it on the chin and keep going forward. So so that's where we're at. So I mean, if I can pull a weekday job, that would be sweet. I will say, if I do pull a weekday job, it's gonna severely screw me over for trying to film. But in that case, what I probably would do is I probably film on Sundays, uh, and maybe do like one travel video a month, and just take one Sunday off a month, film, and then I could edit it during the week at night. So there's that. We'll see. Like I said, it's something where we're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens, and I don't know. I feel like I'm just closer and closer to being a complete fucking failure, and that sucks. So I really want to try and get this YouTube thing off the ground. I need to. I have to get this thing off the ground. So that's the plan. We're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Speaking it into existence. Fucking happening. Well, things been crazy for you, but still take care of yourself in the process. I have to keep reminding myself that every day too. All the shit I'm going through at the moment. No, I feel that. I will say this: my friend, he's a physical trainer kind of dude. He's giving me a workout program, so I'm working out with him. And I mean, he's in Nashville, um, but so I'm digitally working out with him. And as shitty as it sounds, like, if I can get myself down an extra 20 to 40 pounds, like, I think it would genuinely help out with the YouTube channel. Like, I know people like to say that, you know, weight doesn't matter and stuff, but it really fucking does in the entertainment world. If I'm slimmer, I will be considered more attractive, and more people will then watch. It's like the most fickle part of the entertainment business, where like people don't necessarily talk about it, but it is true. You know, like, you don't necessarily watch somebody because they're an attractive person, but it is something that catches your eye and brings your attention to them right off the rip. You know, it is one of those things that, yeah, it's shallow, but it will help. No, I'm not a complete failure. I know, not yet. Just getting real fucking close. I also still want to make a video talking about confidence. That's another thing I'm working on right now too. Trying to be more confident in myself. I miss the confident me from 7 years ago. The one who blindly went to California thinking I could fucking do it, knowing that I could do it. And you know, the shitty part is that he wasn't even fully wrong. Unfortunately, the industry kind of fucking fell apart. So it wasn't like it was just me. It was a lot of people got fucked really bad. Just really bad circumstances. And I miss having that confidence in myself. So definitely working on it. People just don't want to work with somebody who's autistic, ADHD, traumatized every other second of the day, otherwise known as me. Yeah. No, I feel that. I don't personally have the autistic part, but definitely got the ADHD part. Definitely do. Yeah. What is confidence? That's the good question. What is it? How does it all work? Very, very tricky. Very, very tricky, this confidence stuff. Very, very tricky, this confidence stuff we got here. But, yeah, it's one of those things. Crashing down around us, and we all up with the chaos and trying to survive. Exactly, Vanessa. Exactly. It is. It's circumstances. You know, it is life around us being chaotic and crazy, and it's like, yeah, it's just tough. Welcome to the millennials get fucked over left and right. Yep, every day. Although, I will say an interesting thing. I don't know if you guys have been seeing this on TikTok, but it has been all over my feed. So much so that I've actually filmed a couple videos about it. I was thinking about making a full YouTube video about it too. But there was this very nice lady on TikTok who, she herself was she's a black woman, and she got on there and was like, yeah, I don't think people understand, like, gingers are black people. And, you know, at first I was like, that's funny, you know, like, yeah, we are, you know, like, it's funny. And then in my head too, I'm like, I did a whole joke set about it 5 years ago when I was doing stand-up, literally about a joke set about how I thought I was black. And now there's been just hundreds and hundreds of videos on there about, like, black people claiming gingers, and then gingers being so thankful to be accepted. And, like, the impact that it's had has been crazy. Like, I've come to tears a few times watching these videos, because it's like a level of acceptance that I just wasn't aware I needed. And it was like, I don't know, I guess it brought up a lot of trauma. A lot of trauma that I guess I'd stomped down so hard that I forgot it was there. So that's been a fun little healing journey as well. I have to go, but I'll talk to you later. All right, Nola, thanks for stopping by. Catch you later. I'll try to come and hang out in the Discord at some point soon if I see you're in there again, if our schedules align. I'm not even diagnosed. I don't know what's wrong with me, and every time I try to explain, I contradict myself every 12 seconds. No win situation. Yeah, that's one of those ones you just got to talk to a therapist about, I'd assume. I'm not actually diagnosed with anything myself. I've kind of self-diagnosed. I mean, I did study psychology in college, and, like, you know, they do say don't diagnose yourself, but I mean, when we were going over what ADHD is, I was like, God damn, I kind of fucking fit, like, every single one of those damn things in there. Yep. Kartasha, it sounds like you need to go get your brakes replaced. If you can hear them, that's bad. You really need to go get them replaced. All right, Nolo. Catch you later. Yeah, if you can hear them grinding, that means you're gonna have to replace your the rotors too. So get on that as soon as you can, because if they don't do enough damage, then you could potentially keep the rotors on there, and then you don't have to pay even more money. But if you wait too long, they'll grind them down, and then you'll have to replace them too, which sucks. I've done that before, so do it quick. Get them fixed quick. Has anyone questioned my animals? Yes, Diz. Everybody questioned your animals. We all think you live at a zoo. You have too many animals. Is pretty much what it is. I think I have ADHD, but I did get a huge diagnosis thing. And I got hit with bipolar and some other stuff instead. Interesting. Oh, any therapist that don't charge over $10. Nope, I don't. One I had through my last job stopped checking in with me months before I was fired. Yikes. Damn. The guy's gonna replace him week after next. No, Kartasha, that's too late. You drive for work like every day. Like you need to like go tomorrow. It's gonna cost you so much more money if you wait. I mean, just buying all the parts alone is going to be like $1,500 if you have to get the rotors too. Also, rotors might be the wrong name for it. I'm forgetting. It's like the big disc thing that the brake pad squeezes. But if you have to buy those too, it's going to cost you a lot of money. I mean, the brake pads themselves are like $700. At least that's what it was the last time I bought them. So. I don't know. I don't know. Do what you want. I'm just making recommendations. But yeah. I've heard a lot about our ADHD. Our ADHD? It's something between autistic and ADHD. Sounds like me. I've never heard of that before. Because you can be autistic and have ADHD, and that just might be just a mashup of the words, but there's no like DSM term for that I know of, unless they've. It's the roasters. Nice. Caliber. Ooh, that could be it. I don't know car words. I'm not good with cars. Like there's a few things I've had to do to fix cars. But most of the time it ends up with me just like looking it up on YouTube, buying the parts, and then doing it. And like half the time I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I just understand how tools work. Yeah. But what was I gonna say? I don't remember. I don't know. Also, it does suck too. I am not sleeping a lot most nights, which also sucks. So I'm still kind of tired. I thought I'd kind of wake up a little bit, but I'm still kind of sleepy right now, which is very disappointing because I hate filming reactions while I'm tired because I feel like I don't I don't feel like I give the best reactions. But I'll wake up. I'll wake up. I might go grab like a soda or something. Try to wake me up a little bit. Give me a little caffeine in my body. Yeah. My son has both. We're all neurodiverse here. Hell yeah. Honestly, I think being neurodiverse is fun. Most of my friends are. They all have something. I think most of my friends have ADHD, and then there's a handful of them who are autistic as well. Need advice. Should I give in and get this gal a femish giant rabbit? No. You have too many animals. Stop. Rotors. I'm pretty sure whatever you've read about that is wrong because you definitely do need sleep. You definitely do need sleep. Um, I don't know what sleep studies you're watching, but no, you definitely do need sleep. Morbidity of autism and ADHD can happen. That's very true. That's very true. Like mines. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, some people can last on like 6 hours. Some people need like 10 hours. You know, it varies between people, but um, on average, it's 8, I believe. Don't get a rabbit. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Oh boy, we're almost at 8 o'clock. We're almost up to reaction times. Do you guys want to know what we're gonna be reacting to? Too bad. I'm just gonna tell you. All right, so I think I got a pretty good mix of shit in this thing. I had an hour or and then slept off afternoon. I don't know. I slept like fucking 3 hours last night. I feel like shit. Also, I stopped smoking weed like a month ago now, I guess, or like 3 weeks ago, maybe like pushing 4 weeks. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but like yeah, I'm sleeping so much less without it, and it fucking sucks. And then I gotta get up early tomorrow for work because I'm on a matinee show, which I was like fucking. Yeah. Also, if I sleep during the afternoon, I'm not sleeping at night. All right, so on the docket for the stream, and like I said, guys, we're gonna split this into 2 days because I picked out like I think it was 13 different videos. But on the docket, we are gonna start off with Stray Kids "Walking on Water," the song they put out about 5 months ago while I was still on break, and then we're gonna be moving on to Any I and I. I think it's I and I. The song's called "Legit." They are a J-pop group, a boy group, J-pop group. I and I. And then we are going to be doing Sleep Token. The song is called "The Summoning." Nobody's recommended that. I just have heard about this band Sleep Token, and I wanted to see what it is. Literally have had 0 requests for this one. Just wanted to see what it's all about. I stopped smoking because I'd have to get drug tested to go to Korea, and Korea is like very anti-weed for teaching, at least, you know. Like if you're gonna try to work there, they're very anti-drugs. So I could imagine if I had weed in my system when I had to get drug tested, it would look bad. So I was like, well, let me stop now so that I can be ready for that. So now that it's probably not happening anymore, I might start again. But now, if I'm gonna try to get a job at some of these corporate gigs, it might make sense to not smoke for a little while longer until I land one of them, and I can say fuck it. I can start smoking again. So that's fun. Then after Sleep Token, we're gonna do Red Velvet and check out the song "Bad Boy," which they did during their Killing Voice. So we've heard a taste of it. But I don't know. It looked like it was a popular one, so I said, "Fuck it, let's do that." Then we're gonna check out "Fly In." We got the 2 videos. We got, I don't remember what the first one is, and then the second one was the one with the glow sticks because that was requested, the glow stick one. So I got that one in there. Then we're moving on to One OK Rock, "Curiosity" featuring Pale Dusk and Chico Carlito. And we're gonna watch that, and then we're doing Bandmade featuring The Warning. So we're getting a little 2-piece right there, 2 bands for one. The song's called "Show Them." We're gonna watch that one. Then we're gonna check out Espa with Whiplash, another song that came out while I was on break. So we never checked it out. I've definitely heard a bit of it through TikTok. There's just fucking no way to not with these K-pop groups. Or maybe it was on TikTok. Or I'm not in TikTok. What am I saying? On Instagram. Because, you know, if you follow the group and they're doing the freaking TikTok dances and stuff, there's just kind of no way not to see it. Then we're going to check out another NMIXX song. This one's called O.O. I think it's like the emoji face for kind of like an owl, or it's like, or something, you know? It's their debut song. Then we're going to check out Enhypen, just because I thought about them and I was like, well, we haven't listened to them in a minute. So we're going to check out the song No Doubt, which also came out a couple months ago. And, you know, we weren't around to check it out when it dropped. Then we're going to hit 17, and we're going to check out the song Mastro, another one that came out a few months back that, I don't know, never checked it out, so why not? I figured 17 is pretty cool. We did check out their Killing Voice right before I took a break, so why not? Then we're gonna check out LE SSERAFIM. They did a collab with this beatbox group called Beat Pella House, and they did kind of like a little melody of some of their LE SSERAFIM songs. And then we're gonna finish it off with GOT7 Python, the song Python, which also came out a few months ago. And then honestly, if I'm really feeling up to it, once we're done filming tomorrow, I might throw in another Twice song. I gotta look through and see which ones have music videos that I haven't reacted to. I don't remember off the top of my head. And then honestly too, we're not too far. Does Jin have a song out? I thought just J-Hope dropped the songs recently. Because we did Mona Lisa. Alright, hold on. So that's the thing. I knew I was gonna forget something. Oh, he literally dropped a song yesterday. No, he dropped a teaser yesterday. He did a song, Running Wild. You know what? Let's do, I'm gonna add in I'll Be There. Just because I actually auditioned to be the drummer in this music video. So, let's do that one. Did he ever do the thing? Did he do it live? A live clip? There we are. Be there. Alright, hold on. Gotta pause them so they're not playing. Perfect. So then we got another one then. Boom. Another video. RM only has 20 days left. We are so close. Hey, there we go. There we go. Released a new album a few months through. Listen, guys. My life has been in chaos, especially over the last few months. So honestly, I have been so off the radar with what's been going on. It is very much me just trying to pick up the pieces of what I missed, and I knew Jin dropped an album when it came out, and I forgot. So there you go. Want to see my animals just cause. Post them in the Discord, Diz. We got a whole animal tab. You can go post them over there. You want to post some pictures? I'll post some pictures. Yeah, so the funny thing, I'll just let you guys know now. I did click on this music video when it came out. I didn't really listen or watch it just because I was curious. Because before I left California, like maybe like 2 or 3 months before I left California, I was still auditioning for different roles on different things and whatever. And I got an audition for a K-pop music video. That's what it said on the thing. It just said it's a K-pop music video. They're looking for band members. They're looking for a drummer, a guitarist, a bassist, I think a keyboardist. I don't remember what it was. And so they're like, if you play one of these instruments, like audition for it here. So I clicked on it. I used to be a drummer, so I know how to play the drums. So I clicked on drummer, and I submitted to do an audition. And in that, they were like, send in a video of you playing. I only have video of me playing from a very, very long time ago, so I did send them that. And then they accepted my audition and said, this was on a Friday. This is a Friday. I got an email at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it said, great, we're looking into you as one of the possibilities. We need to see video of you playing currently. Like, we need you to play a beat for us now. I don't have a drum set. I don't own a drum set anymore. So I hit up, oh, and then also they're like, and we need a video of you playing the drums with how you look currently by 5 p.m. So like I said, it was 2 p.m. And then they're like, well, we need one by 5 p.m. So I hit up the 2 guys in LA that I know that own drum sets. And I said, hey guys, I'm trying to film an audition for a music video. I need a drum set. I don't have one right now. Can I borrow yours? And neither of them responded because they're both at work. Both of them work in the film industry, so they're on set, which means half the time you're not really allowed or supposed to be on your phone, especially if you're actually filming. So they weren't checking their phones and whatever, and neither of them responded until later that night. And one of the 2, who would have been probably the more likely one to have let me use his kit, he's like, dude, my kit's in my basement packed up, like it's not even set up right now, whatever. So I had to send him an email back saying, hey, I'm so sorry. Is there any chance that I could get more time on this? And then they just never responded. So for like a month or 2 after that, I was watching out to see which K-pop band was going to be dropping a music video where they were going to have like white people playing the instruments, or I guess I shouldn't say white people, but like American people, non-Korean people, playing the instruments in the band. And lo and behold, Jin drops this music video, and I see that there's a drum kit in like the thumbnail, or maybe it was a guitar in the thumbnail, and I was like, oh shit, is it this one? So I clicked on the video real quick, and I just skimmed through the video. I didn't actually listen to it or watch, just because in my head I was like, you know, maybe I'll react to this one day. I skimmed through it, and of course it's a white dude playing the drums. I was like, oh man, dude. I was like, that would have been me. I was like, that could have been me. So almost got to meet my second BTS member. Almost. So yeah, I guess actually I probably shouldn't have even shared that right now, but I should have just waited until we'll do the reaction for that, but I'll just share that again. We're not gonna film that one until tomorrow anyway, so I'll give that whole thing down. Oh shit, it's 8 o'clock. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the stream on this end. We're gonna all head over to Twitch now. All right, so if you guys would, I'm gonna type out my Twitch handle here, just so it's easier for you guys to find. Oh my gosh. God, I can't spell. There we go. So I didn't even fucking put a. All right, it made that shouldn't be a question mark. It should be a slash. I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't. It just changed that when I pressed enter. So there you go. It's twitch.tv/a lovely penguin. I will be over there. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, so it might be a minute. All right. So actually, no, I'll just get the stream started, and then I'm